This is the beginning of your story, not the start of your worth, but the recognition that you have power over your day and, by extension, your life. You've been given the same 24 hours as anyone else, yet the difference lies in how you claim them. The moment you open your eyes, before your mind floods with notifications, obligations, or lingering doubts, there lies your awakening hour. Every day begins with a subtle negotiation. The old patterns that want comfort, distraction, or avoidance, versus the version of you that knows even small choices compound over time. The old version reaches for the phone, the bed, or the autopilot. The new version rises, stretches, and sets an intention. I decide how this day begins. The first hour of your day shapes the tone for everything that follows. Top performers, writers, athletes, entrepreneurs, they do not let the morning dictate their energy. They dictate the morning. The small but deliberate decisions they make before the world wakes. A glass of water, a journal entry, a few stretches, a quiet moment of focus, become the foundation for clarity, confidence, and momentum. Consider a writer who spends the first 20 minutes outlining ideas, even if none will become a finished piece that day. Or a student who reviews notes before breakfast. These small investments, often invisible to the outside world, compound into mastery over months and years. You don't need to transform everything immediately. Start by controlling 1 hour and notice how it influences your energy, focus, and decision-making for the rest of your day. The morning isn't just about waking up, it's about anchoring yourself. When you move with awareness, even simple habits like making your bed, drinking water intentionally, or taking a 5-minute stretch can act as a signal. I am present. I am aware. I am choosing this day deliberately. Awareness is the foundation of effectiveness. When you begin the day deliberately, your thoughts, actions, and focus carry more weight. The smallest habit, done consistently, becomes a signal to your mind. I am ready to act, to notice, to decide. Even simple applications matter. Notice how making your bed immediately changes your mindset. One small act of order can ripple outward, influencing your workspace, interactions, and productivity. Take a minute to plan your top 3 priorities for the day. This doesn't have to be grand. Even writing down, complete report, walk for 20 minutes, and call a friend grounds your day with intention. Many underestimate these moments because they appear insignificant, but mastery hides in the consistent, deliberate micro-decisions. Athletes warm up for performance. Musicians tune their instruments. Focused individuals prepare their minds before tackling the first challenge. When you consciously design the first 60 minutes of your day, you are giving yourself leverage for every subsequent choice. Resistance will come. The comfort of scrolling social media, the desire to sleep longer, the internal excuses. These are not failures. They are reminders that change is occurring. Every act of self-control, however small, builds strength, clarity, and resilience. You might wake up and feel lazy. That's okay. Start with just 5 minutes of intentional action. Brush your teeth with focus. Stand, stretch, and notice your breath. These small adjustments anchor your attention and shift momentum. The morning routine doesn't cage you. It primes you. It signals to your mind and body that focus, clarity, and productivity are expected. It builds momentum, confidence, and self-trust. And most importantly, it demonstrates that you can act deliberately rather than being swept along by habit or distraction. Practical application. A simple morning ritual could include 3 steps. Drink a glass of water mindfully, noticing the sensation, temperature, and taste. Write down your top 3 intentions for the day. Move your body intentionally. A stretch. a walk, or a few minutes of light exercise. Even these small acts strengthen your focus and prepare your mind for challenges ahead. The first hour sets a rhythm that impacts productivity, decision-making, and emotional regulation throughout the day. Challenges will still arise. Life doesn't pause for your routine. Meetings, calls, traffic, or unexpected stress will attempt to derail you. The key is not to achieve perfection in your first hour, but to consistently return to intention. Think of mornings like a training ground. Each deliberate choice, each conscious pause, each small act of preparation is a practice in self-mastery. The entrepreneur who outlines their day before distractions hit, the student who reviews notes while the house is quiet, or the creative who sketches ideas before social media, all are investing in themselves. These micro-habits compound over weeks and months into confidence, clarity, and sustained results. The secret is not complexity, but consistency. Over time, the morning becomes a self-sustaining source of energy and focus. It gives you leverage over your attention, decisions, and ultimately, your life trajectory. Every morning, notice subtle changes. Your ability to focus improves. You make fewer reactive decisions. Emotional turbulence eases. Energy stabilizes. Clarity grows. These are quiet but profound signs that your awakening hour is reshaping your life. Now, imagine yourself after several weeks of consistently owning your awakening hour. You wake with intention. You know your top priorities before your phone buzzes. You move with awareness. You don't wait for motivation, you build momentum. The results aren't immediate or flashy. They are subtle and compounding. You feel less reactive, more present, and more capable of steering your life intentionally. Your mornings have become an anchor for clarity, focus, and energy. You notice your attention improving in work, your interactions becoming calmer and more purposeful, and your mind less scattered. Even small victories, finishing a report early, completing a workout, sending a thoughtful message, feel amplified because they were built on a foundation of consistent, intentional preparation. Legacy begins not on grand stages, but in repeated, conscious moments. By treating your morning like your first conscious act of the day, you signal to yourself, I am in control. I can shape my day, my focus, and my outcomes. Tomorrow, when you wake, don't just get up. Rise with intention. Notice your breath, your body, your mind. Set your top priorities. Move with purpose. By commanding the first light, you take command of your day. By commanding your day, you influence your story. And by commanding your story, you unlock your potential for a life built intentionally, deliberately, and fully. This is the beginning of your era. The awakening hour has begun.